Have you ever imagined, at the age of 100, you can still wake up in the morning, walk to the kitchen, brew a cup of hot tea, then sit in your favorite chair, smiling, pain-free, carefree, and with a clear mind? Imagine, your body is still strong, your hands don't shake when you hold the glass, and you can still enjoy the warm morning sun on your skin. Not a dream, it's not luck, it's a reality experienced by thousands of elderly people around the world. They're living past the age of 100, not just long, but well. And one of their little secrets is not expensive drugs, not some foreign supplement, but something very simple, something you can find in your own kitchen, something they eat every morning. I know, it might sound too easy, but today, I want to take you through the real stories of these amazing seniors. And who knows, starting tomorrow morning, you'll look at your breakfast in a different way. I know life after 60 has a different flavor, not just about the hair that starts to turn white, or the steps that sometimes slow down, but also about the silence of the morning that is increasingly felt, about the time that is now more our own. Some of us live alone. Some of us are alone with our partner. And in the midst of all that, one thing that we often overlook is the simplest thing, what we eat every morning. In the past, we might have eaten breakfast in a hurry because we had to take the kids to school, go to work, or catch up on time. But now, time gives us the opportunity, the chance to give our bodies something better, something that could add 10 or even 20 years to our healthy life. As it turns out, seniors who live over 100 years in some parts of the world, they don't go through life on extreme diets. They don't rely on expensive supplements. They just have one small, consistent habit. They eat a certain breakfast every morning, and it's not just about the food. It's how they start their day, mindfully, full of calm, and full of appreciation for the body that still accompanies them to this day. In this video, I'll share real-life stories and simple advice that you can do tomorrow morning. It's not difficult, not expensive, but it could be the small decision that has the biggest impact on your life. You might be wondering, is it true that just from breakfast, we can live longer? The answer, yes and no. Breakfast is not magic, but it is a start. And in life, how we start the day often determines how we live the rest of the day. A study from the Harvard School of Public Health stated that adults who regularly eat breakfast have a 27% lower risk of heart disease than those who skip it. Then, in a long-term study conducted on more than 30,000 elderly participants, it was found that a healthy breakfast pattern greatly influenced memory, muscle strength, and even mood. And interestingly, the researchers noted that it wasn't the quantity of food, but its quality and consistency that mattered most. That is, it's not about eating a lot, but eating right and doing it every morning. Breakfast is like a small signal sent throughout the body, saying, I care about you, let's start the day off right. And the body responds by revving up the metabolism, balancing hormones, stabilizing blood sugar, and keeping blood pressure normal. This is why in elderly communities, with the highest life expectancy in the world, such as Okinawa, Japan, Ikaria, Greece, and Nicoya, Costa Rica, breakfast is a sacred ritual, not just for the body, but also for the mind and soul. They don't eat while staring at a screen. They eat while sitting quietly, sometimes in the company of the morning sun, or small talk with a partner. And that makes a big difference. They not only live longer, but also live more fully. There was a woman whose name was Maria. She was 102 years old. She lives in a small village in the mountainous region of Sardinia, Italy, one of the most centenarian regions in the world. Every morning, Maria wakes up at 6. She opens the wooden windows of her house, letting in the fresh mountain air, then walks slowly to the kitchen. There, she prepares her breakfast, homemade whole wheat bread, a handful of almonds, and a cup of hot coffee mixed with a little goat's milk. Not a fancy menu, but meaningful. And she's been doing it for over 60 years. When asked by a journalist, "What's your secret to living this long and still smiling brightly every morning?" Maria chuckled, then replied, "I start my day with food that makes my body calm, not full, but enough. That's enough to make my heart happy too." Maria's story is not the only one. In Okinawa, Japan, a man named Masaru, age 104, starts each morning with warm miso soup, brown rice, and small pieces of tofu and seaweed. He calls breakfast the first prayer for the body. And what makes all this so beautiful is that these habits are practiced not out of fear of illness, but out of love for life. They eat not because they have to, but because they honor their bodies, and every day they are still given. What can we learn from them? They don't wait for their body to get sick to improve their lifestyle. They start small and make it a mindful habit. Because living long is not about luck. It's about how we choose every day. What do they eat every morning? What keeps their bodies strong, even after a century? If people far away with strong bodies and long lives eat the way they do, then should we copy their ways? As it turns out, the answer is not rare foods, nor is it food that must be ordered from abroad. Instead, it's very simple food, which are probably already in your kitchen today. Let's take a look at them, one by one, and why they're so valuable to the elderly body. Oats are a source of soluble fiber that helps lower bad cholesterol, keep blood sugar levels stable, and keep you fuller longer. According to the American Heart Association, the fiber in oats is essential for preventing heart disease, the leading cause of death in the elderly. Add a little honey, banana chunks, or cinnamon, and you've got a soft, warm, and loving breakfast for your body. A small handful of almonds, walnuts, or pistachios every morning can be a great source of good fats, magnesium, and protein. In blue zones, almost all seniors eat nuts as part of their daily habit. It's simple, but the impact is amazing for the heart and brain. Strawberries, blueberries, or raspberries, although small, they are rich in antioxidants. Studies from Tufts University show that seniors who regularly consume berries have better memory and cognitive speed. If it's hard to find fresh ones, frozen berries still hold many benefits. A natural source of probiotics that help maintain gut health. And as we all know, a healthy gut is closely linked to immunity and mood. Choose a version without added sugar and combine it with some fruit for a natural flavor. A source of complete protein and choline, an essential nutrient for brain function. 2 or 3 times a week, one hard-boiled or scrambled egg is enough to power you up, keep your muscle mass in check. Sometimes, the body speaks to us not through words, but through small signs that slowly appear. Maybe you've experienced this. Wake up in the morning, but feel weak. Holding a glass, your hand feels unsteady. You want to go downstairs, but your knees feel hesitant. Or you start to forget where you put your glasses, even though you just looked for them 5 minutes ago. Is it just the aging process, or a signal from your body waiting for attention? Experts call these the vital indicators of aging. And interestingly, some of the most important indicators are heavily influenced by what you eat in the morning. Hand grip strength. A study from the Journal of Gerontology found that weakened hand strength can be an early predictor of declining muscle function and fall risk. But seniors who regularly eat protein in the morning, such as eggs, nuts, or yogurt, tend to have better hand strength. Body balance. Ever feel unsteady when standing or changing positions? Balance is affected by the work of small nerves and muscles that are often forgotten. Breakfast with complex carbohydrates, such as oatmeal or brown rice, can provide stable energy that supports the body's motor responses throughout the day. Mind clarity and memory. Our brains, especially after the age of 60, need the right fuel. Not high sugar, but antioxidants and healthy fats. Berries, nuts, and omega-3 from chia seeds or avocado in the morning can strengthen neural connections and maintain clarity of thought. Your body is never silent. It's always trying to whisper, "Give me something good in the morning, and I'll take care of you all day." So if you start to feel a little more forgetful, a little less strong, or a little less energized, maybe it's not a sign of weakening. Maybe it's an invitation to give your body a little gift in the morning, something nourishing, gentle, and full of goodness. And you know what's even more beautiful? That change can start tomorrow morning. New habits often sound daunting at first, but what if we make it as simple as possible? without having to change everything at once, without having to go on a shopping spree or look for hard-to-find ingredients. The key is three things: slowly, consistently, and with good intentions. Start with one ingredient. Just pick one: oatmeal, hard-boiled egg, plain yogurt, or a handful of nuts. Tomorrow morning, try just one. Savor it without rushing. Feel if your body responds lighter, calmer. Prepare the night before. If your mornings tend to be slow, prepare the night before. Oats can be soaked overnight. Nuts can be packed in small jars. That way, you start the day without stress, but still give your body quality energy. Accompany it with small routines. Eat breakfast while listening to soft music. Sit by the window, or write one sentence of gratitude in a notebook. These small habits build a morning rhythm that makes your body and mind feel more centered. Avoid instant temptations: sweet white bread, coffee sachets, or fast processed food. It's okay to have them once in a while, but don't let it become a routine, because the instant ones often only give you satiety, but not strength. Start with one in the morning, one first spoonful, one small choice, full of love for your body. Because every time you sit down and eat consciously, you are giving your body a message. I want us to last longer. I want us to live peacefully, not just long. And that is an unseen but felt form of love. Tomorrow morning, as you open your eyes and sit at the dinner table or beside the window in the warm morning light, remember, you have a chance to choose. Not a big change, not a lifestyle revolution, but one small habit that could be the start of a lighter, healthier, longer life, up to 100 years. I won't say you should, because you've been through a lot in this life, and you know that good things don't come by force, but by awareness. So if you found this video heartening, or stirred a little spirit in you, share your story in the comments. Not for me, but for others, who might be looking for new hope at the same age. Maybe you have a favorite breakfast you'd like to share, or a story of a small change that made your body feel more refreshed. Tell me about it, because your story could be a light for someone else. And if you find this video useful, you can click like and subscribe. You don't have to, but if you do, it'll let me know that I'm not alone, sharing the little things that matter to all of us.